Hello everyone. I hope you're having a great weekend. So today I decided to check out a demo for an upcoming game titled Yokai Landlord Monster Mystery. It was part of Steam's Next Fest, which ended in early March, so last week. The event, if I'm not mistaken, is biannual and gives gamers a week-long opportunity to explore free demos of upcoming games. So, all I know about the game and this demo is that it's a werewolf-style social deduction adventure developed by Shadowglow and published by Fine. You play as a landlord of an apartment, trying to uncover the yokai hiding among your residents. If you're unfamiliar, yokai are some kind of supernatural creatures, spirits, or otherwise unexplainable phenomena that come from Japanese folklore. That's all I have to go on, so let's check out this demo. April 1st, 20-something, Ayakashi City, 10 Prefecture. A strange story has been making the rounds among the kids in the neighborhood. Hey, did you hear? You know, that thing everyone's talking about. Yeah, I have! You mean the Hitodama who wander the town at night, right? I've seen one too. Whoa, cool. I saw some too, just yesterday. They were like orbs of light floating in the air. You too? Now I know I wasn't seeing things. Did you get a picture of them? I tried to, but they disappeared before my camera app loaded up. My mom thinks I was making the whole thing up. I guess after how much we lie about not having any homework, the grown-ups don't really trust us anymore. Well, I'm not giving up. I'll get a picture and prove Hitodama are real. Hey there, landlord. Just because this story is coming from some kids doesn't mean you should just ignore it, you know? Oh, sorry. Did I surprise you? I just couldn't help myself. As the landlord for this building, you'd have to be a real dope to ignore what those kids are talking about. What's so funny? The dopey face of yours, for one. You really haven't noticed yet, but I guess you have no idea what I'm talking about, huh? Here's the deal, oh foolish landlord. There are yokai living in the apartment building you manage. Don't believe me? Well, I'd be more concerned if you swallowed the story like that without question. Anyway, I've said what I came to say. What you do now is all up to you. It's all the same to me. If you keep ignoring my warning, though... The yokai that snuck into your building is going to go wild in a big way, and that's bad news for you. If you don't act in time, your life will end in a way that's totally tragic and painfully cliché. The building's the least of your worries. You and your residents are all in danger too. There won't be any time to debate whether yokai exist or not when they're actually coming after you. If that happens, the last thing you'll probably see is me saying, "I told you so." What's this? You're looking a little pale, landlord. I thought you didn't believe in things like yokai and Hitodama. Are the yokai that dangerous? You bet! Don't put them on the same level as harmless ghosts and wandering spirits. They're out to actively harm humans, to take their lives. They're real yokai, and they are here in your building. Gotta say, I didn't expect you to get on board this quickly. I know I'm the one who brought it up and all, but you should really be more careful about who you trust. In my case, though, I'm telling you the honest truth. There are yokai in your apartments, and they are a danger to humans. No need to get so wound up. Even a dopey landlord like you can best these things if you know how. You're their landlord, after all. We can take our time going over the finer details later. Huh. Yokai? Hitodama? Who was that guy? Prologue completed. Okay, so continue to chapter 1. Week 1. Okay, about that method of beating the yokai I mentioned. All you have to do is evict them from the premises. As the landlord of this building, you have that right. Of course, you were too dopey to even notice they were here, so you might find it hard to figure out who's yokai and who's human. Then what should I do? Haha, no need to get so wound up. It's like I said, you absolutely have a way out of this. If you can't figure it out on your own, why not collect info from your residents? It's not such a weird thing for you to call on the people living in your building, right? Of course, some of these residents are really going to be yokai in disguise, but if you're worried about that... Just between us, yokai are incapable of telling lies, every last one of them. No exceptions. Okay, we have some recorded conversations. Just between us. Yeah. Why are you scribbling in that old book all of a sudden? Are you taking notes? Aha, you really are a dope, aren't you? Is it too much for you to remember without writing it down? While you're at it, how about you write down what your residents tell you too? It could help you figure things out later. Anyway, let's get back on topic. Find the yokai who are unable to lie hiding among your tenants. Should be a breeze, right? Find someone you think is a yokai, check their stories for lies, and keep digging until you're sure. If you can handle the stress of doing it over and over, that is. It won't be a problem if I find them right away. Yeah, now you're showing some spirit. Keep that up, and you're bound to succeed eventually. There's no need to rush things. The yokai will pretend to be harmless at first. You have to figure it out by the new moon 4 weeks from now, though. A night with no moonlight is the darkest night of them all. Denizens of the darkness have their powers amplified on nights like that. That's when the yokai hiding in your building will go wild. I don't need to tell you how bad that would be for the humans living here, do I? Well, you'll never get anywhere standing here talking to me. I suggest you start getting to know your residents. Be sure to make a note of anything that seems like it could be important. Information will be your greatest weapon going forward. Begin investigation. So this is your building, huh? Looks like you've got 4 tenants right now. Which one are human and which one is secretly a yokai? You'll have to ask around and gather intel to figure it out. To get started, try talking to the guy who lives in the room 101. Okay, so let's check out our first tenant. Yes? Oh, it's the landlord. Hello. Saburo Kogarashi. Male, 19 years old. And he's a college student. Did you need something from me today? Let's be straightforward. There are yokai living in this building. What? Yokai? Yokai. Here. Yeah. No way. That's not true, is it? Please tell me you're kidding. Sorry to spring this on you. Are you scared of yokai? No, it's fine. I'm not scared of anything. That's right. Yokai don't be ridiculous. They don't actually exist. That's impossible. Did you notice that? He's already said something that a yokai would never be able to say. Testimonies like that are going to be vital clues for proving who's human. You better write it down so you don't forget. Oh, so... okay, we memorize it. I pointed this one out to you, but next time, well, you'll have to decide what's worth making a note of on your own. Even if you miss the chance to make a note of something, there's no need to worry. Log? You can just talk to that resident again and review their testimony for important points. Of course, right now you've already found this conversation most important point. You can just chill and listen to what this guy has to say. Okay. You have quite a sense of humor, hahaha. Well, if that's everything. Please excuse me. So, you made a note of some important info, but if you keep writing any old thing down, you'll fill up your notebook in no time. You'll have to organize your information and get rid of anything you don't need to stop that from happening. Let's make a start with the information you just learned about Saburo Kogarashi. If there's anything about this information that you think sounds suspicious, you can make a note of that next to it. Okay. So, he is denying that yokai exist. Oh, now have you figured out why a yokai would never have made this statement? That's right, if yokai denied that yokai exist, it would be a lie. And like I told you before, yokai cannot lie. You only got one piece of info this time, but sometimes you won't see what's so important unless you have another statement to compare it to. Speaking of which, you might find your tenant directory useful too. Since we're here, why not take a look at the directory now? File? Looks like you don't have any info at all yet. You'd better go talk to your residents and see what you can find out. For now, try to figure out if any of the info you've gathered feels off in any way. So, Saburo is an awkward young man who's not good with people. He insists he's not scared of yokai. Looks like you don't see how this could be used as evidence yet. Well, that's how it is with a lot of information. You'll just have to keep getting more info until the contradictions start to become more obvious. There's still some residents you haven't spoken to yet. How about you get to see what they have to say? If you want to get rid of the yokai, you'll have to speak to the other residents and gather evidence to guide you to the truth. Well, I think I'll go take a nap outside one of your empty rooms. You're on your own now. Question your residents, gather information, and find the contradictions. Okay. Ah, so he's in front of one of the rooms, and we can talk to him also. Okay, but let's just go to our next resident to see what he has to say. In a sec, I'll be right there. Oh, if it isn't my favorite landlord. What's up? Denba Tsukine. April 10th, 22, office worker. Did I get behind in the rent or something? Oh man, how could I let this happen? I'm fresh out of cash too. I moved here for work, but I haven't been paid yet. You gotta believe me. Okay, so he's saying he's out of cash. Remember that, I guess? Maybe it will be important. Oh, really? So I don't have to give you any money today? Phew, what a relief. But in that case, why did you come here to talk about? There are yokai living in this building. Yokai, huh? Hiding among us, you say? That sounds pretty cool, to be honest. Would have thought I'd move into a haunted apartment block. Miracles do happen. The place is so clean. And modern, too. You'd never guess there were monsters living here. If you need any help looking for them, I'm here for you. Come on, please. What do you say? No, it's too dangerous. Don't worry about it. I know all about this kind of stuff. I'll let you know if I notice anything strange. Well, see you around. Let me know if you find any clues. Let's go to the log. Was there anything I missed? Maybe it's strange that he thinks it's cool that yokai exist. So he could be a yokai because he believes in them. Maybe. I don't think it's anything else right now. So let's talk to next tenant in 201. What? Do you know how early it is? Oh, the landlord, huh? What a drag. Homura Hozuki. Male, 19, college student. So has the same occupation than the first guy. So, what's the problem? I'm really tired, so let's just get this over with. Let's continue with our straightforwardness. There are yokai living in this building. Yokai? Here, in this building? You hit your head or something? Or are you just trying to screw with me? Yokai are nothing but old fairy tales. So, does this mean he doesn't believe in them? Maybe? Let's see. I know it sounds weird. Shut up. Only an idiot or a little kid would believe in stuff like that. Leave me alone, okay? If you're gonna mess around, do it on your own time. Okay. He's clearly not happy with us. Okay, let's go to the last tenant in 203. Yes. Oh, hello, landlord. Dama Shimizu. 24, office worker. What is it? Did you need something? There are yokai living in this building. I see. Yokai, you say? So, that person really is... Is that all? You don't have anything else to tell me? Well, then, excuse me. Okay. That was abrupt. Hey there, landlord. Looks like you've finally spoken to all your residents. If it seems like you've got all the info you can for now, it might be time to call it quits and come back another day. Things your tenants will have to say will change over time. Once you hear their testimony for the current week, you probably won't be able to hear it again. If you want to check over the content of your past conversations, you can use the log. Just be careful not to miss your chance to have that conversation in the first place. Of course, if you think you have enough info already, you can go ahead and try to evict whoever you think the yokai is. Attempting an eviction will end your investigation too, so the rule about not being able to hear that week's testimonies again also applies here. You'll have to have evidence of who's a human and who's yokai before you try to evict anyone. But hey, don't let me tell you what to do. You still have until the new moon to figure it out. I won't stop you if you want to just start evicting whoever, but it might be better to take your time and get your facts straight first. Okay. So let's check what he has to say first, and then we'll see what it is. Hey there, landlord. Looks like you haven't found any tenants you can pin down as yokai yet, huh? Well, there's no easy way to do this. You've got to keep at it. Do you know which ones are yokai? Of course, I know who's a yokai and what kind of yokai they are. Don't ask why, you'll understand when the time is right. Maybe you're wondering why I won't just come out and tell you what I know. I told you before, right? It's all the same to me whether you believe me or not. But if you're going to believe me and expose the yokai, you need to do it yourself. Okay. So let's like to see the log. I saw it here. Yeah. Let's see if we missed something. So Saburom was... That's right. I think we have everything from him. And with Homura we have that maybe he doesn't think yokai exist. Although he didn't state that, like, straight up. Maybe Kodama? Is there anything there? It's this, so she's suspicious of something, but, you know. Okay, so let's try to manage it, so we'll see. Okay, so with Saburo, we have that he denies that yokai exists, so we actually already know that he's human, right? So yeah, I don't think we have anything else for him. Nope. So Denba then? Between we had... Oh, that he's out of cash. Oh, so the suspicion is if he's really broke, so if he's lying or not. So suspicions aren't only if they're yokai, it's also to confirm they're human. Okay, so this, I don't think we have anything else for him. We have... That sounds pretty cool. You have thought to move in apartment block, so he's excited. He believes in yokai. Okay, so he could be a yokai. And then we also have a profile. A young man with a bright, breezy personality, he seems to find the idea of yokai in the building exciting. Yeah. So yeah, this would be that he actually believes in yokai, right? So we can put it right here. I hope this is how it works. I believe so. Okay, then we have Homura. With him, we have... Maybe he doesn't believe in yokai? Okay, so there's no suspicion there. And... Oh, we can check his profile. An irritable young man who always glares at you, he finds your search for yokai both ridiculous and maddening. Okay, also nothing. And then we have Kodama. Maybe her profile. A young woman of few words, she seems to find your weekly check-ins annoying. Or still nothing. Okay. So, for the beginning, this is what we have. I guess we'll go to next week and see what else they tell us. There are no new testimonies for this week. Skip ahead to the next week. Yes. I don't get it. How did the landlord find out there were yokai here? Okay, so the moon... We have 4 moons? Oh, it's our dad. You want to know what the most important part of being a landlord is? I think it's to trust your tenants. You have to show them trust if you want them to trust you. Twice. Week 2. Hey there, landlord. It's been a week now. Have you given up on finding the yokai? Oh right, you've got another job you have to do during the week. Taking care of this building on top of that must be real hard work. From what I saw last week, you don't even know the names of all your residents, do you? Let me guess, you can just consider your day job your main gig, and only took over as landlord more recently. My father used to be the landlord here. Let's lean into the story. I see. So, when your dad passed away, the building became your responsibility instead. Your first time being a landlord, and you get saddled with a building infested with monsters. Talk about bad luck. Well, no use lamenting about a dope you've been now. Just concentrate on your search for the yokai. Okay. So let's start with Saburo. Yes, I'm coming. Oh, landlord, hello. I haven't seen you since last week. You're shivering. Are you okay? I'm not shaking that much, am I? Oh, that's weird. It must be because it's so cold. It's not because I'm scared or anything. Yeah, that's suspicious. We already know that he is scared, so... I think. I'm always more comfortable indoors, so I should be fine once I go back to my room. Have you noticed anything strange around here lately? Have you noticed anyone strange around here lately? Have you noticed anything strange? What? You mean around the building? Not really. I usually keep my curtains closed, so... I haven't seen any strange people around either. Except, well, maybe... Komura from room 201. He's always heading off somewhere late at night. Okay, that sounds important. But that's all, really. He's in the room above me, so I can hear it when he's moving around. I don't know where he goes or anything. He's probably not a bad person either. I feel like I've seen him around somewhere before. That's all I can tell you. I'm sorry I couldn't be of more help. Okay. Let's see. So... This is... Don't be ridiculous. That's impossible. But... It must be so cold. It's not. I'm not scared of anything. So yeah, suspicion is that it's not that cold. So he is scared and he's lying about it. I think. Let's go talk to Denba. Yoo-hoo, landlord, over here. I was just conducting my search for yokai. Ever since our little talk last week, I've been going out before work to watch for anyone who might secretly be one of them. I never thought I'd get this close to real yokai. I got a great job too, and those rumors about the Hitodama seem like they were the real deal. You're really into yokai, huh? What do you do for a living? What do you do for a living? I've always had a thing for yokai, cryptids, urban legends. Basically, if it's mysterious, I'm into it. Same goes for my job. Have you heard of Monthly Shiren? It's an occult magazine put out by Shiren Publishing. I've always been a big fan of it, and now I work there. Take a look at it sometimes. You might see one of my articles. Oops, we've gotten kinda off track, huh? Sorry about that. So, about those yokai hiding among us. I've been keeping a real sharp lookout from my window. I'm taking this seriously. I keep notes about everyone's behavior. If I had to pick someone to be wary of right now, I think it'd be Sabura from Room 101. I mean, it's spring, a time of worth and new life, and he's always shivering like he's cold or something. Yeah, we already figured that out, but let's see if we can get the contradiction. I gotta imagine he's some kind of cold-sensitive yokai that doesn't like being around people. Don't you think so? Most people would run away if you keep staring at them. I think you're more like than he is. Most people would run away. Hey, I'm not doing anything wrong. I'm just trying to help with this yokai research. But if you say so, I'll dial it back a little. I'll stop staring people directly in the face and peeking into their rooms, okay? Sorry for the trouble. Okay, so... this could be potentially... thing, I think. Or maybe it's nothing. But he kind of promised that he won't do it, right? Okay. So, let's manage it so that we can know. So for Saburo, we have this, right? He says it's not cold, but Denba is saying that it's spring. Yeah, it's not that cold. We already had that? Oh, so both do the same. Okay, well, we know he's human anyway, so... Denba, what do we have? Oh yeah, maybe this will be something. We don't know yet. I'll keep it here. Okay, let's go talk to Homura. Ah, what is it this time? Just how long are you gonna keep pestering me, huh? This better not be about yokai or any of that junk. You seem tired. Well, yeah, duh. You would be too if you were in my shoes. My buddies and I stayed up all night last night. Because I'm tired. Of course I'm tired now. Didn't Sabura say that he went out at night, I think? It's not a contradiction, but it could be suspicion. Seriously, I can barely stay awake. If you gotta bother me, at least do it some other time. Yeah, he's really not vibing with us. Okay, so with him, what did we get? My buddies and I stayed up all night last night. Of course, I'm tired now. Goes out at night a lot. And I think that's... Was it Saburo? Yeah. He's always heading off somewhere late at night. So... I imagine... Oh, this is the same. Okay. So, that's suspicious. And I think that Yokai and Hitodama also appear at night. That was what those kids were talking about, I think. Okay. And our last tenant, Kodama. Let's see if we can get anything more from her. Sai, you again, huh? Can't you take a hint? Please just tell me why you're here, landlord. It better not be about Yokai again. If it is, I'm not in the mood. Why don't you go bother someone who actually believes in that stuff? I'm looking for clues about the yokai. Wait, please just hear me out. Wait, please just hear me out? You want to know if I noticed anything strange in the last week, right? Well, you know Demba who lives in room 104? Can't you do something about him? When I leave for work in the morning, he's always sitting on the same bench staring at me. Okay, this could be, I guess, contradiction. But it's because he said he won't be doing it again. But, well, he already did, so... I will see. I see him trying to peek in through my windows sometimes, too. Maybe worry less about yokai and more about shady guys like him. That's all I can tell you. I'd appreciate if you put more effort into your real job. Oh, wow. Sigh, it's bad enough that the city is so bright at night. Now I got to deal with the weird neighbors in the week and pesky landlords on weekends. Why are all the adults in my life such good for nothings? I'm so tired of this. Yeah, she's not happy, huh? Okay, so... Let's see. Her... Yeah, that's about Denba, so... If it is something... Vicious behavior. Yeah. Okay, so it is. I didn't look at the profiles. Oh, for Denver, we have something new. He loves anything to do with the supernatural, including yokai. He works for the occult magazine Monthly Shiran. Yeah, I think that's true. Yeah, he believes in yokai. We already know that. Okay, so we have really nothing about her, huh? Well, let's talk to the mysterious man. How's it going, landlord? Are you any closer to figuring out who's really a yokai? You know, if you fixate too much on trying to find untrue statements, you're going to have a hard time. It's true that yokai never lie, but humans tend not to either, unless they're up to something. Instead of trying to catch people telling lies, you might be better off looking for statements that would count as lies if the speaker were a yokai. The tenant in room 101 claiming that yokai don't exist is a good example to start with. Or if somebody claims that they're the only ones who know who the yokai is, that would exclude the yokai themselves, so it will also count as a lie. I guess the fact that they never lie doesn't give you much to go on, evidence-wise. You could always just use the process of elimination, prove that everyone else is human, and whoever you're left with must be the yokai. Still though, if you confront one of your tenants like that, they're sure to demand you show them proof that they're yokai. But hey, evidence isn't just gonna fall into your lap. You'll have to keep gathering information for now. Even statements that seem pretty meaningless now could end up being important pieces of evidence later. Yeah, I guess they could be. Well, let's go to next week, I guess. There are no new testimonies for this week. Skip ahead to the next week. Yes. Seems like everyone's on the lookout for yokai now. It's a pain to keep hiding, so maybe I'll just wipe out everyone in this building. Okay, so yokai's getting annoyed. Week 3. How's it going, landlord? Some rain we've been having this week, huh? But just because you haven't seen the moon doesn't mean your deadline's not getting closer. The night of the new moon is just 2 weeks away, you know? In case you forgot, if you can't evict the yokai by then, you're going to be in a whole heap of trouble. Are you okay out there in the rain? Aren't you getting wet? Are you okay out there in the rain? Oh? Haha. You're concerned about me when you and your building are in danger. I can't tell if you're really nice or just a dope. As you can see, I'm fine, even without an umbrella. That said, there's no point for me to stand out here. Maybe I'll take shelter here for a little while. As for you, you can't afford to sit around and be idle. If you've got time to chat, you should be using it to flush out the yokai. Okay. Let's see what Saburo is doing. Yes, I'm coming. One moment, please. Oh, landlord. What can I do for you? Wait, I remember. You wanted to know if I'd seen anything strange, right? Last week, I mentioned Homura, right? Well, I remember where I've seen him before. He goes to the same college as me. He's the captain of the basketball team, I think. Okay. Over spring break, I went to the campus to buy some books, and I saw him running around there. So you're a student too. Homura's a team captain, huh? Yes, that's right. He's a sophomore student like me, but he's running his own team. It's amazing. We both go to Ayakashi University. He's a lot more confident and accomplished than me. I usually just spend my time playing games. He always goes out early for morning practice, then has classes during the day, and goes out at night too. That's clearly a contradiction. It was implied that he sleeps all day and goes out at night, right? Okay. That must be tough. I don't think I could even stand one day of being that active. Well, even before now, I've never been great at talking to other people or spending time outside. Sorry, I guess I wasn't much help. Oh, but there was something I wanted to ask you. You seem to be going around asking questions a lot lately, and all that stuff about yokai in the building, that was just a joke, right? They're here, apparently. No, you can't be serious. He's definitely scared, right? That means he's scared. What about that other thing people have been talking about? Hitodama. Are you saying they're real too? No, they can't be. They've been disproven by science. They're just plasma, or luminescent swamp gas, or something. Oh, sorry. I got a little heated there, but I meant what I said. There's a scientific explanation for everything. Yokai can't possibly be real. So, this is a confirmation that he said that they aren't real. We already know that, but let's check it anyway. Okay. Yeah, so this one was... Oh. He's a sophomore at Ayakashi University. He attends classes remotely and spends his time gaming in his room. Yeah, that's nothing really. Okay, so... Did we have... Yeah, he insists he's not scared of yokai. But I think we had this one? Did I have this one? Yeah. Yeah, he's afraid of yokai. Okay, so this is a contradiction. This is it. And he's saying that something else. That there is a scientific explanation for everything. Yokai can possibly exist. Denies that yokai exist. Let's see. Yeah. So this is not a contradiction, but proves. Yeah, yokai doesn't exist. Okay, so we have him pretty much figured out. Let's go to Denba. Let's see. Oh, if it isn't my favorite landlord, I'll be right out. Thanks for coming out in the rain. It hasn't let up all week, huh? There's been less Hitodama sightings because of that, and I've been stuck staring out of my window. Have you been watching the other tenants again? I thought you promised to stop doing that. Did I say I was going to stop? Sorry, I tend to forget any promises I make right after I make them. Yeah, so this will be a contradiction. I think. Anyway, I kind of made a promise I can get out of. But don't worry, I made sure no one saw me this time, so it's all good. Yeah. Now, are you ready for the info I've gathered this week? It'd be a shame for it to go to waste. First of all, there's Saburo. If you ask me, he's the most yokai-like of them all. He spends all day hiding in the dark, with his curtains closed up tight. Yeah, we already know he's not yokai. Not only that, but whenever I see him go outside, he's always shivering. Why do you think that is? I've been keeping checks on other people too, though. Like Kodoma from room 203, she's pretty suspicious too. She glared at me like crazy just because I looked at her, and she seemed on edge all this week too. Okay, that's suspicious, maybe. Maybe we have something on her. Maybe she's afraid of someone figuring out she's a yokai, and she's keeping her distance so she doesn't give herself away. Lastly, there's Homura from room 201. He's a real mystery. I don't think I ever see him go outside. Now he's saying he doesn't go outside. There's something not right there. So, okay. It's not like I'm on the lookout 24/7, but it's still weird, right? Somehow, I just don't get what that guy's all about. The more I think about it, pretty much everyone here is pretty shady. Maybe I should give it a rest for today. Yeah, I'll take it easy for once. I've got no money and it's raining out, so I guess I'll just space out and watch some videos about the occult. Why are you always so strapped for cash? Why are you always so strapped for cash? Truth is, this is the first time I've had to take care of my own finances. I've only got like 20,000 yen on me right now. What, you think that's a lot? Let me tell you, when I'm sending tips to my favorite content creator, that kind of money disappears in no time flat. So this could be an explanation for his cash problems, right? Let's see if anything contradicts. Mishan's doing another of her late night walk streams today. It hurts not being able to support her. Okay. So let's see what... So we have for cash, right? I do think that's a lot. So, suspicion... alleged money troubles. Okay, so this is not a contradiction, but yeah. What else did he have to say? Oh, he had something about her, right? So she glared at me like crazy. Highly cautious. Okay. She's highly cautious. That doesn't mean she is a yokai, but it also doesn't mean she isn't. And he had something to say about... never seen leaving. But on the other hand... Nope, we don't have a contradiction. Really? I wanted to put this one there. Thing. Okay, this one. Okay, for Denma, also have this one, right? Yeah, here he said, I'll dial it back a little. And now we have this one. I tend to forget any promises I make after I make them. Yeah, contradictory actions. So he can't be yokai. Because he basically lied. That he will stop, but he didn't. Okay. We're making progress. I think that's it for now. Let's go talk to... Ugh, you again? Are we gonna do this every week now? You still searching for yokai or whatever? Aren't you all a little old for this stuff? Seriously, I feel like I'm living in a building full of idiots. I ain't gonna play your games, alright? Just get out of here. I'm in a bad enough mood as it is. I just want to see how you're doing. Sorry, are you still feeling tired? Yeah, I'm still tired. You just woke me up. I feel terrible. I can't go out and tear it up at night in all this rain. I'm stuck inside and it really gets on my nerves. Okay. So he's saying he's stuck inside, but then Saburo said that he goes out. And that's not all. I had someone looking in my window last week, and some guy in a hood was staring at me when I went outside. Why can't people just leave me alone? And let's not forget about you. You know I sleep during the day, but you come around bothering me every week. You're messing with me or something? Oh, I'm surrounded by idiots. Well, you can go thinking I'm yokai all you want. I'll be gone by next month anyway. I can't stay living in a place like this much longer. I'm so mad I can't even sleep now. Get out of here before I do something I regret. Okay, so he's saying that he's staying inside. Which Denba confirmed, but Saburo said that he saw him leaving, right? So, let's see. Oh, would an athletic guy say this? So he's a sports guy, but he's actually going out at night and drinking or whatever he's doing. It's never implied that he's drinking, but... okay, yeah, so he's pretty suspicious because it doesn't add up. But he never actually lied, right? So he's sophomore at the Akashi University. He's a sporty type and captain of the basketball team. But yeah, would an athletic guy say that? So, let's check Denba's profile. Also big fan of the co-streamer Mishan and blows most of his money on her. Okay, so that's probably true. And yeah, he has alleged money troubles because of that. Okay. So, the last one? Kodama. You don't even let the rain stop you, huh? I don't get you at all. You're really persistent coming to visit me when it's raining like this. Now that you mention it, I haven't seen that Denba guy around so much lately. But that might just be because the rain means he can't go out so much. You should be careful too. At least the rain makes it less bright out at night. It's too bad it can't be like this all the time. Why do you think it's too bright at night? I guess I never told you about this, huh? Sometimes at night, around midnight, I see a bright light outside my window. It hasn't happened so much since it started raining, so I've actually slept a lot better lately. You're not seriously thinking it's a hitodama like the kids are talking about, are you? There's no way those things really exist. Okay, so she doesn't believe they exist. So, she's not yokai. Right? It's the same thing that Saburo said. They don't exist, so... Okay. This whole thing's probably just an April's Fool prank that got out of hand. At your age, you really ought to know better. Okay, so, or she thinks it's a joke, right? Which is also a sign she's human. The kids are all talking about that rumor too, though. It's kind of strange. Anyway, I closed my window and curtains to try to keep that light out, so I have no idea what's causing it. It's a pain sleeping with my window closed now that the weather's gotten warmer. I hope I can keep it up next week. That's all I can tell you. It's no use asking me about yokai or hitodama or anything. Is it really all that you can tell me? Or do you know something more and you're lying? Because you're human? Oh, okay. Well, I'm pretty sure... Let's see. She's highly cautious. So she said, you're serious not thinking... Yeah, she denies yokai exists, so same as Sabura. And... this is also denies yokai exists, and... this too? Or is it just this? No, this too. Okay, that pretty much confirms it. It should be Homura, because he's the only one where things don't add up. I mean, he's the only one not really lying, but others' testimonies say that it's suspicious, highly suspicious. Okay. So, I guess we have it figured out, but let's talk to Mysterious Man, I guess. Really feels like the rainy season now, huh? It's rained pretty much every day this week. Hope it stops soon. I can't keep sheltering here forever. Want me to get you an umbrella? Want me to lend you an umbrella? Worrying about others at a time like this. You're too kind. A little rain like this is enough to bother me. You should worry more about yourself. Your little notebook is soaking wet. Or were those stains always there? Whoa, that thing is old. Just how long have you been using it? It belonged to my father. So it's a momentum of the building's former landlord, your father. If you went to the trouble of leaving it to you, it must be pretty important. Take good care of it now. It'd be a real waste to let it get ruined in this rain. Okay, so I think we have another week. Should we do another week or should we go confront them? Let's do another week, just to be sure, I guess. There are no new testimonies for this week. Skip ahead to the next week. Yes. Just a little more. It's not much longer until the new moon. Then I'll get rid of the pesky landlord and all these annoying humans too. Yeah. So, week 4. Well, we've already gotten to our 4th week. The new moon's right around the corner. Judging by that look on your face, I'm guessing you're starting to have doubts about this whole thing. No, I believe you. Really now. I worry about you. You might just be too considerate for your own good. But whether you believe me or not, let me say this. This week is going to be your last chance to evict the yokai living among your tenants. Whether this building will still be standing next week all depends on you now. Okay. Sabura. Yes, I'm coming. Hello. Are you back to talk about yokai again? You're shivering again, are you okay? Yeah, I'm sorry about that. I wasn't in my best last week. I'm sorry you had to see me like that. But I had a feeling you'd be coming by again, so I mentally prepared myself. I should be fine this time. After all, there's really no need to be afraid of yokai. Haha. So, you probably want to know about the other tenants, right? There is someone who I've been wondering about lately. You know Kodama Shimizu? I think she lives in room 203. Anyway, I saw her taking out her garbage a while back, and she wasn't looking too good. I don't like to think about it, but the way she was mumbling to herself, it was almost like she was possessed. Okay? That's suspicious, I guess, but we already know she's human. No, that's not possible. She was probably just tired or something, right? Right? I'm not accusing her of being yokai or anything. And I haven't seen any of this Hitodama everyone's talking about either. I won't believe in anything I haven't seen. You have to properly observe phenomena before you can draw any conclusions. Okay? Denba, what do you have to say for yourself? Oh, you're here. Just one sec. He's the only guy who's actually... yeah, happy to see us. I've been waiting for you, landlord. I've got a huge scoop for you. I actually saw the Hitodama people have been talking about. My first encounter with the real yokai. I'm so stoked. So... wait, he's saying that was his first encounter? So if he was a yokai, it wouldn't be, right? Okay. I was on the last train home after getting drinks with some work friends, and I saw a weird light flying around here. Well, did you get a photo? Get a photo? Sorry, I didn't have time to take a pic or figure out what or who was causing it. But it's all true. None of my buddies believed me. They just laughed when I fell over. I tried to chase after the thing, you see, but I was unsteady on my feet and tripped, and that didn't really help my case. By the time I got up, the light has vanished, so in the end, I didn't manage to get any proof. But I know what I saw. I'm more sure than ever that some kind of yokai is stalking around here at night. It's a huge step forward. I've never been very good at staying up late, though. Even watching my favorite streamers' videos doesn't stop me from falling asleep. So, even if I do keep a lookout, I don't think I'll be seeing yokai again anytime soon. What a bummer. I guess you'll have to take charge of the yokai search from here. Do me proud and flush him out, landlord. Will do. Okay. Humura. Let's see if we can get anything from him. Oh great. It's you again. Well, whatever. I had a feeling you'd be dropping by. It's too much trouble trying to force you to leave, so I might as well answer your questions. Now that I've decided to move, I don't mind it so much. So, what do you want to know? Were you out again last night? I met up with my pals last night, and we really went wild. You know, we had fun the way we like to have fun. Has anything else happened? Anything else? Nah, I just been hanging out here the rest of the time. I'm always real tired when I get back. I sleep from morning right through noon. I just happened to be kinda jazzed and got up early today. Okay. So that's confirmation that he can be actually a team's captain, right? I think. He never said he was. So... okay, so... let's talk to Kodama and then we'll manage the things. Coming... oh, it's you. Come to ask me about yokai again. I'm guessing this means you haven't found them yet. That's what I think, anyway. There's no such thing as yokai, of course there isn't. Okay, that just confirms it, yeah. It's all made up. there have been a lot of fires around town lately, and kids getting burned, but that's got nothing to do with the supernatural. You look a little pale, are you okay? Don't you think... Oh, forget I said that. Sorry. I've been having trouble sleeping lately. It's not like I opened my window and saw something strange outside or anything. Oh, she definitely did. Now please, leave me alone. You're cutting into time I could be using to catch up on my sleep. If you really care about my feelings, the best thing you can do is stop forcing me into these social situations. Sorry. Yeah. Okay, so let's just see what else we have. So for her, we already know that she denies it, yokai, and then we can just see there's no such thing as yokai. Of course there isn't. Yeah, so all three are yokai doesn't exist. Then then we have sleeps from night to noon. Leaving. Yeah, he goes out a lot at night. Oh, odd for the team captain. Yeah, that he stays out all night, and yeah, Saburo said that he goes, so I don't think he's a team captain actually. Okay, then for Denba, pretty much okay. With her, we have oh, Saburo was talking about that she seemed possessed. Yeah, she seems possessed. Okay. That's it, I think. I think we know that it's Homura. Homura. Okay. Let's talk to the curious man for the... You might have forgotten this already, so let me just remind you of something, O dopey landlord. Yokai are unable to tell lies, or to put it another way, anything they say becomes true. Once they make a definitive statement, they become unable to do anything that would contradict it. If any of your tenants say one thing and then do the opposite, it's pretty safe to cross them off your list. Or, if any of their statements feel a little off, you can compare it with your other information to see if it holds up. You don't have to worry about human honesty either. So far as I can tell, each of your human tenants is telling at least one lie. Yeah, and we already know that. So Saburo is telling us that he's not afraid of yokai, but he is. Denba, he told us that that he won't spy on the tenants again, but he did it anyway, so he lied. And Kodama, I think she saw something outside her window, but she's denying that she did. And Homura, he didn't actually tell us any lies, I don't think, but it doesn't add up him being the team captain and then going out at night. But yeah, I guess that's it. Let's try to evict him. You ready to make an eviction? That means you've got plenty of evidence to back up your case, right? Looks like there's at least one resident you're still not sure about. Select which residents you think are human and which is a yokai and make your eviction. If you're not confident in your deductions, you might want to take a step back and review your information. I'm pretty sure. Oh, so... Okay, so he's yokai, and All others are human. Proceed with this. Evict this tenant. Yes. What? You're telling me to leave? Why the heck would I do that? You're accusing me of being a yokai? Give it a rest already. You don't think I'm gonna accept this, do you? If you're gonna suspect me, what about the others? Let's start with that blonde guy. He's always staring and picking in at people's windows. He's way more suspicious than me. Oh, looks like he's not gonna just up and leave just because you ask him to. But if you gather the right evidence, that shouldn't be a problem. All you have to do is use suspicious behavior from the other residents he mentions to prove that they're human. If you don't have enough information, you'll have to select no evidence and back off. So for him, we will say contradictory actions. You have proved that I lied, you say. How'd you know yokai never lie? You're just a human. I mean, whatever. Let's move on. How about the guy who lives on one floor down from me? You got proof he's human? Yeah, he denies that yokai exist. Sounds like you've been real busy. You must have been talking to all the other residents too, huh? You're persistent, I'll give you that. Do I look that suspicious to you? Alright, then what about that girl who lives on the second floor? You've been talking to her too. Yeah, she also denies that yokai exists. Are you kidding me? You're seriously be going around collecting all this evidence. You know, it's usually only little kids that believe in this stuff, right? It's all... You're such an idiot. You're already convinced they exist, aren't you? How about you're zeroing in on me? Where's your proof that there even are yokai in this building? You got any real reason for thinking I'm a yokai? You can't prove yokai never lie, can ya? So... What? You think that real basketball players would get exercise even if it's raining? Yeah. Oh. I didn't expect you to wear him down so quickly. Well then, landlord, perhaps it's time you ask some questions of your own. Are you really Homura Hazuki from Ayakashi University? Are the Hidodama sightings related to your nights out? What? You pesky interfering fool of a landlord. If it wasn't for you, I could have burned this whole place down along with all the humans in it. He transformed. That's right, I'm an Onibi, an honest-to-God, yokai living in your midst. I'd heard you were some dope who was too kind of for your own good, and that you'd be easy pickings, but I guess not. Haha, it's your own fault. Your human disguise is too much like your real self, and all that going out at night drew even more suspicions to you. Shut up, man, this is all your fault. I would have been fine if you hadn't gone blabbing on to this pesky landlord. You're the one who needs to shut up. Do you want all the humans to know you're here, mouthing off like you're in that form? Just where are you gonna hide if people start seeing you like that? You couldn't even hide yourself in this building without the landlord finding you out. Well, Now, be gone, yokai. There's no more place for you here. Fine, you got me. I'm going. But this isn't the end. Other yokai are bound to sneak in and take my place. Yo, looks like you're out of the woods for now. Whoa! Was that Homura just now? But it looked like he was on fire and he disappeared. This can't be happening. like the Onibi was seen after all. If you ask me, he got what he deserved. Do you remember what he said right at the end, though? He said Moriokai would come. This isn't over, is it? Seems like it was no accident a yokai found its way here. They're actively seeking this place out. I wouldn't be surprised if another of them tried to sneak in amongst your tenants. Knowing that, do you still want to keep running this building? It's just something you inherited after all. It meant a lot to my father, though. I won't let those yokai beat me. It meant a lot to my father. Oh, you're going to keep on being landlord despite the danger? You surprise me. Maybe it's for the best. I can't deny I enjoy watching you struggling against them. I have to respect your determination too. Do a good job taking care of this building, okay? If you're dopey enough to let another yokai in, I'll drop by to laugh at you again. Oh, what's this? Landlord! I knew I'd find you here. I just woke up, but did you find the yokai? I saw something burning and heard a commotion over here. What's going on? For real? Homura was a yokai? An Onibe at that? Whoa, I had no idea. How could I have missed that? So then, the Onibe was the one causing the Kukitodama around town. This is amazing. I'm seriously moved. I'm gonna need you to tell me all about it. There's someone who knows more than me. Somebody told me about the yokai. Really? There's someone who knows that much about yokai around here? You've got to introduce me to him. Oh, he's gone? That's too bad. But I guess there's always next time. Chapter 1 complete. So, that's it. The end of the demo. I actually really enjoyed it. Especially the yokai theme, which I don't know a lot about, and the sense of mystery surrounding it. The art style is quite charming, and while the demo is brief, just the prologue and the first chapter, I think it's more than enough. The pacing feels solid, though I found myself wishing for a bit more complexity in the guessing and deduction parts. But it is just part 1. The suspicion mechanic was a little confusing at first. It took me a moment to realize that marking someone as suspicious doesn't just mean you suspect them of being a yokai, it can also mean you think they're human who's lying. But once I figured that out, it made sense. And they also mention it. Tutorial. The story seems simple so far, but there's definitely something bigger brewing, and I'm curious to see how deep it goes. Overall, it's like a cozy game with a unique vibe. If you like yokai lore or enjoy games that blend mystery and deduction, this one should be worth keeping an eye on. If you're a fan of games like maybe, I don't know, Among Us or Danganronpa with that same who's lying tension, this might be right up your alley. I'm curious to see if the full game raises the stakes and what the mysterious man's true agenda really is. I have my suspicions, but yeah. But yeah, that's gonna be all for today. Thank you for hanging out and take care. Bye bye.